Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this is my final presentation of FPA310 on Darul Lamsun Muazzam Shah Pahang from 15 August 2022 until 23 September 2022. My name is Haiqal bin Omar and my student ID is 2020-458336 and I am from AT1105E. For the company background, Darul Lamsun was incorporated in April 1974. It is located on Darul Lamsun Sendirian Berhad, Block Bag number 4, Ladang Sungai Merbu, 26700 Muazzam Shah Pahang. In 2017, Darul Lamsun Plantation Sendirian Berhad completes replanting its palm oil estates in Pahang with high-yielded seedlings. In 2017, Lamsun's oil palm estate in Hadatu Sabah and Muazzam Shah Pahang have been certified by the Roundtable Sustainable Palm Oil, or we know as RSPO, Principles and Criteria. Moving to the next year, Darul Lamsun has installed and commissioned a palm oil mill effluent dewatering machine. So this is the organizational chart for Darul Lamsun Ladang Sungai Merbu. And for this industrial training, I work under Mr. Kobi as the assistant manager for North Estate 1. And also I work under Encik Azra Amin, Encik Mazwan Anak Lelaki Yaakob, Encik Muslimina Osman, and Encik Muhammad Jamli Zainuddin as field conductor on North Estate 1. So this is the summary of tasks that I've done during industrial training on Darul Lamsun Ladang Sungai Merbu, North Estate 1. For the first week, I've done supervised harvesting fresh fruit bunch, circle spraying, and loading fresh fruit bunch. Move on to the next week. I've supervised harvesting fresh fruit bunch and circle spraying. For the third week, I supervised harvesting fresh fruit bunch and selective spraying. For the fourth week, I supervised harvesting fresh fruit bunch and observe and record fresh fruit bunch transporting report. For the fifth and sixth week, I supervised harvesting fresh fruit bunch and supervised loading fresh fruit bunch. On 16 August 2022, during the first week, I need to supervise harvesting fresh fruit bunch. The objectives of activity is to harvest all ripe palm oil fruit bunch and also to remind harvesters to not leave any palm oil fronds hanging. The list of the equipment that were used during this activity is safety helmet, boots, machine and sickle with cover. The procedure is, I need to supervise harvesting fresh fruit bunch activity on block 05A and 05C. I need to make sure there are no palm fronds hanging and also no ripe bunch left on palm tree. So for the costing, during that day, on this block, they got around 1.87 ton and the price per ton is 33 ringgit. So for that day, they get around 61 ringgit and 77 cents per day. Outcomes of this activity is that I learned about weeds that always sprout and grow in oil palm plantation, as example Melastoma and Lantana camara. So this is the two pictures that I took during supervise the harvesting activity. So on 20 August 2022, during the first week, I need to supervise circle spraying as the second activity. The objectives of this activity is to kill all weeds that sprout around oil palm tree and to make sure oil palm tree can get all the benefit without any competition. List of equipment that were used during this activity is boots, mist blower, goggle, mask with filter, gloves and apron. The list of material that were used in this activity is petrol, tutti oil, glyphosate and metformin. So for the procedure, I need to supervise worker to make sure no oil palm is out and to make sure worker wear the correct PPE because this herbicide can harm them. The outcomes of this activity is I know that the chemically inert for metformin is metsulfuron methyl. So this is the costing for circle spraying. Price per hectare for labor is 17 ringgit and 50 cents. Price per hectare for transport is 9 ringgit. Price per liter for glyphosate is 28 ringgit and 88 cents. And price per kilogram for metformin is 46 ringgit and 24 cents. So the total price for 44 hectare is 1,789 ringgit and 84 cents. And the price per hectare is 40 ringgit and 68 cents. So these are the two pictures that I took during supervising the circle spraying activity. On 19 August 2022, during the first week, I need to supervise the loading fresh fruit bunch activity. The objective of this activity is to pick up all harvested oil palm fresh fruit bunch on platform and to deliver harvested oil palm fresh fruit bunch to oil palm mill. The list of equipment that we use during this activity is loading steel spike lifter, safety helmet, boots, and machine. There are no material that we use during this activity. The procedure is easy. I need to supervise loaders to make sure they wear correct PPE, and I need to make sure they fill the NT25 bin until it is full. And the outcomes of this activity is I learned about process from loading to waving the oil palm fruit. So this is the picture that I took during supervising loading fresh fruit bunch, and as you can see there were two people that loading the FFB fresh fruit bunch into the super pool. On 8 September 2022, during the fourth week, I need to observe and record fresh fruit bunch transporting report. The objectives of this activity is to write down tons metric per trip and to observing waving process. So the procedure is the first one. I've got the briefing and explanation from the checker and only took information from North Division 1 and 2. The second one, I need to write down the block, where the FFB from and the plate number. And then lastly, after the waving process, I need to write down the tons metric. And the outcomes of this activity is I learn waving process for palm oil mill. Awesome. So this is the picture that I took during the waving process. On 30 August 2022, during the third week, I need to supervise selective spraying. The objectives of this activity is to kill certain weeds and to make sure oil palm tree can get all the benefit. The list of the equipments that were used during this activity is boots, mist blower, goggle, apron, mask with filter, and gloves. The list of the material is petrol, tutti oil, gallon, and surfactant. The procedures is I need to supervise selective spraying to make sure no oil palm tree missed out and to make sure worker wear the correct PPE. The outcomes of this activity is I learn about how to handle worker to make sure they always use the correct PPE. So this is the costing for selective spraying. Price for labor per hectare is 17 ringgit and 50 cents. Price per hectare for transport is 9 ringgit. Price per liter for gallon is 24 ringgit and 25 cents. And price per liter for surfactant is 3 ringgit and 25 cents. So the total price for 20 hectare is 730 ringgit and 50 cents. And the price per hectare is 36 ringgit and 53 cents. So this is the picture that I took during supervising the selective spraying, and as you can see for the second picture, the worker is pouring the mixture to the mist blower tank. So in conclusion, I want to thank you for assistant manager who handled me, Mr. Kobi, field conductor, Encik Hazrat, Encik Mazwan, Encik Muslimina, and Encik Muhammad Jamri for helping through the entire industrial training. I'm glad that this industrial training because I can learn so many new things and meet more new people. These are the references that I use to complete this final presentation. So that's all from me. Thank you.